What's going on, Ben? What's up, man? What's up, brother? Things are going pretty good, man. I'm just kind of. It's weird. It's like I gotta go back to work in 2 days, and I want to go back to work, but I'm kind of like. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's like I want to go back, but. Does that make sense? Like I want to go back, but I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like I think the only thing is I want my routine. I want it to go smoothly when I go back to work. Like I want when I go back, I just want to get back into my routine. Oh, thank you, man. Um, like I don't know how to explain it. Like, dude, I've had a blast, and it's weird because I view work so much differently than most people. Like I love going to work. Now, like it's hard to explain it, and I'm not gonna try to explain it all, but I just enjoy going to work, and obviously the money part's nice, but it's just like I don't know how to explain it. It kind of forces me outside of my comfort zone, Where like when you're working, you don't have you're kind of forced to do certain things, and it's just kind of like it's nice because you don't get bored. Like the last few vacations, I've always taken like 2 or 3 weeks at a time. One thing I've realized about this is it gives me the idea of how work from home would be. Now, I've never had a job that was a work from home, but I look at it like if I spent this much time home, would I like it? And honestly, I can say that I don't know if I would. I think it would be nice initially, but I think like if I did it for a long period of time, I don't know if I could do it. Because it would just be like, I think, I don't want to say it, like I think working from home, you need to be more disciplined. And what I mean by that is like, for instance, I work a job where I'm active. So like if you work from home 9 times out of 10, you probably don't, you're probably not as active as you should be throughout the day. You probably have a sit down job. Nothing wrong with that. But like I would definitely need a gym membership or some form of like schedule to not just wake up, eat, work. You know what I'm saying? Because my job basically is it's an active job, so it's like I don't know. I'm not just saying this because I don't have a work from home job. I'm trying to, because I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? I wonder what a work from home job would be. I know for a fact though, if I had one, I'd be making less money. That part is true. Now, I'd be spending less on gas, true, but that's about it. I also like, one of the things I think that if I work from home, I think I'd be spending a lot more money. Like that, the ability to buy things online. I feel like I would get too used to doing that. You know what I'm saying? But then again, at work I buy stuff too when I'm on my phone. So I don't know. I just have mixed feelings because it's like I want to get back in the groove and the swing of things. Like one thing people may not know is when I take my vacation, I literally take it right when I'm about to lose it. Today also, tomorrow's my grandmother's birthday, but today I hit my 7 years at my current job. And that's just mind-blowing because I never in my wildest dreams thought I'd do that. But, I forgot what I was going to say. No, but I hit 7 years and I'm really excited. But when you hit your anniversary, your vacation resets. And the thing about your vacation resetting is not only does it reset, but you lose what you don't use. And so you can pay out some. So you can like up to a week you can pay out. And you can actually transfer your vacation from one year to the next year. The only problem with that is like then next year you would have like, depending on how much you transferred, you'd have up to like 7 weeks, 8 weeks off. The problem with that, well, you can't get it all converted into pay. I would probably do that. You could only get like a week, and the reason I don't do it is because we work a lot of overtime. It's the same reason why when I work a holiday, when I work Labor Day, July 4th, when I actually work on that day, I have an opportunity to get the pay, so double time, or I get a floater, which is a free day that I can use to take off. And people say, well, take the pay, take the pay. Well, I would, but we get overtime all the time, like every week. And that's essentially holiday pay every week. Not exactly, but it's pretty close. So it's like I might as well take the floater, and then I have one calendar year to use it. So when I get a floater on Memorial Day, the end of May, I have until next Memorial Day to use it. But the problem with taking all your vacation and having it carry over into the next year, see, the problem with taking your vacation for next year is, you know, even though I work in a small department, you don't always, like, for instance, sometimes you can't take vacation when you want it, either because people already requested it off. And so you run into a conundrum where, and I've met people like this, where it's not the end of the world, but they are basically taking vacation off on days that they didn't really want to, but they have to, or they're going to lose it. Like, there's a department that has, like, I think, like 80 people in it. It's one of the bigger departments in the warehouse. Maybe 90. But it's like not everybody can take vacation at the same time. You know, if they did, that wouldn't work out. So it's like up to like 3 pickers, and I think 3 drivers can have off. So like, even though so without getting too complicated, when you don't work the actual holiday, so if you don't work actually July 4th, when you don't work Memorial Day, when you don't work that day, so say for those days, that day, like Memorial Day falls on a Monday, I work Friday through Sunday. So unless I come in for overtime on Monday, I'm only going to get holiday pay. So you have to work the day to be able to choose if you want holiday pay or a floater. Now, the real money comes, if you want to talk about bid money, is what people will do is, a lot of times overtime is voluntary. So what they'll do is, like for instance, I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So what they'll do is, what the hell? They'll work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They'll come into work Monday for the holiday. They'll take the holiday pay. But here's the kicker. So the pay week goes Sunday to Saturday. So Sunday night's the pay week. So like when I work Sunday, that's the first day of my pay period for the following week. So when I work Friday and Saturday, following that, that's my 3 days that I work. Now when I work during that week, so what some people do on the weekend shift, they'll come in Sunday. That's the first day of their pay, of the pay week. They'll come in Monday for the holiday. They'll take the holiday pay. And they're working that day, remember. Then say they'll come in Tuesday, and then they'll come in their normal day, Friday and Saturday. And you say, well, what's so big about that? Well, here's the kicker. If you don't work the holiday, you're going to get holiday pay. However, if you do work the holiday, you get holiday pay. But when you work overtime on top of that, that's where the bid money comes in. And when I say bid money, I'm saying bid money on a week basis. So like for that week, there's some people who their check will be like 14, 15 for 1 week. But those are people who probably worked Sunday. They came into work Monday, took holiday pay. Then they came into work Tuesday. And then depending on what their role is, they might get incentive pay, but then they come in their scheduled day Friday and Saturday. So they banked like 60 hours. So not only did they work like 55, 60 hours, but one of those days is double because of the holiday. So it can stack pretty fast. So basically on weeks that we have holiday for overtime, a lot of times they just limit us to work one extra day. So now you could say I work overtime, say I come in Sunday, then I don't work the Monday, but I come in Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, that's basically the same thing. Because I'm getting overtime plus I'm getting holiday pay. Like if you, like for instance, if I came in Sunday, didn't work, no overtime Monday through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that's 36 hours. Holiday pays in there, so there's an extra 10 hours. Or for me, it's 12 hours. But it's basically straight pay. Or time and a half. I don't get all the extra bonuses because I didn't work more than 40 hours. But anyways, that's the math lesson for today. Just want to say love you guys. Things are going good, man. I want to get back to my schedule. You know, the reason I haven't been gaming that much, honestly, there's really not a lot of games that are catching my attention. And then now I've kind of thrown in the whole YouTube thing in the mix. And man, I haven't been playing that. I don't know why I don't play it. Maybe I'm just sick of hearing all the drama around it. But it's weird because when I did play it last, like a few months ago, I really enjoyed it. Like, yeah, you know, I really like it, man. When you say it's good, you just mean the overall, like, just the balancing and the movement? Because I've always liked, it's weird. They've really improved on the movement and the balancing and stuff with that game. At least somebody coming from me as a casual player. It actually feels really good. Like, how many new maps do they have from when they had, like, say, 2 months ago? Well, I'll answer this. How many new game modes do they have? Is it basically the same game modes and then they have a new game mode for every season? Is that how it works? They have like a seasonal game mode? Or do they just add game modes in whenever? Oh. Do they add a game mode for each season? Or do they just add new game modes whenever? And then obviously do the seasons whenever. Because I remember what? Yeah, okay, yeah. And then they have the seasons. And then the seasons is basically new content. In terms of... it's all cosmetic, right? Or not necessarily, right? Well... the stuff you earn in a season is all cosmetic, correct? Or do you actually earn, like, guns and... Oh, okay, that's what I was going to ask. Okay, yeah. So if you're like me and miss a season, I can still unlock anything that's a stronger weapon or something that can help me be better. Yeah, I know. There's another game. Wasn't there a game that came out recently that people really liked how that it worked? Like, after the season was done, you could still get everything. Well, in COD, that's not true, though, right? Like, if I don't play the season, I might miss a cosmetic, correct? Yeah, that's right. You're right. And they don't even charge for seasons, though, do they? Yeah, you missed that. And then I know what was it, last year when they started the Black Cell? Maybe that was the year prior. That was like the premium battle pass or something. I never understood what that was. I know it always had a weird black skin variant for your character. And I'm sure it lets you skip tiers. It seems like every Black Cell pass always had some sort of blackish variant for your character. Seems like that's standard for every Black Cell pass, you know, kind of like. Oh, yeah. Weird question. Can you gift the pass to somebody? I'm just curious. I meant to ask somebody that one time. I don't think you can you? The reason I say that, I was doing it. Do you get okay? If I haven't played in a while, I don't just get points automatically, right? Like you have to play to get COD points. Well, how do you get COD points? By the way, can you get COD points without actually buying points? Like you have to progress in the season, I bet, right? That's the only reason to get COD points. Like you're not gonna get COD points by just playing, right? Oh, so you have to complete the pass. So, like, if I play and I move up 10 tiers, I'm not getting no points. But you probably have to play that season, right? Because I know last season I haven't played at all. And probably the season before that, I don't think I played. Okay. Weird thing to share. I gifted a guy a pizza from Domino's the other day. So, I'm doing a research on on my YouTube video, and I'm learning about the technology behind the Xbox. And I purposely joined like 6 or 7 developer-focused Discord servers. Now, let me tell you this, man. I understand, you know, when you come into a Discord server and know nothing about stuff, you know, people aren't exactly excited to have those type of people in the server. But I'm going to tell you this, man. A lot of developers have a shitty-ass attitude, man. They have a fucking terrible attitude. Excuse me for my language, but it's almost like, they're like the tech support Discord that I'm a part of. It's some of the most disgruntled people. Not everybody. But it seems like people are just mad about being there. Like why are you here? You know, like, anyways, I did a copy and paste message, okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I joined, like, a Unity Discord server and just some other developer focus, you know, and this isn't just video game developing, I don't think. I think even though it's a developer focused Discord server, I think there's other things that they can develop that isn't gaming. I would think. Anyways, there's no really Xbox console Discord server that I found for developers. So, anyways, I did a copy and paste. Say, hey guys, my name's Tony. Working on my first video. I'm trying to get some clarification on technology the Xbox was using. Specifically, I didn't really ask the questions in my initial message because I didn't really want to, like, flood the chat. I know for whatever reason, even Discords that are dead and aren't active, they don't like it when you flood the chat. They want you to go to a channel that's not as active or dead than posting in a channel where you think most people would be at. You know, kind of like looking for group people are not only in the looking for group channel. I can be looking for people to play and in the main channel, you know. But anyways, I did a really nice, respectful message. Said, hey guys, my name's Tony. I'm doing a video on the evolution, the series, everything leading up to the release of the Xbox Series S. And so, without getting into detail, I basically said, hey, I want to know I have some questions about the technology that was being used. And people said, just ask your question. And I said, okay. So I asked my question. Before I could ask my question, people started saying, well, people might not be able to talk because of NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. I'm like, okay. Thinking to myself, okay, I get why someone would say that, but I'm not looking for ultra-private information. And then people, and this is before I actually posted the question, people were thinking I wanted to know. It's weird. It's like people I didn't even ask the question, and people already were answering it with stuff that didn't even make any sense. Like, you're going to need a Microsoft developer. Okay, no, I'm not. You don't have to be a Microsoft developer to understand basic dev. Maybe you do. But I would think people in the dev server will be able to understand, like, for instance, how the cloud works. Anyways, people kept responding with stuff that wasn't even an answer to the question. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to find that out, you know? And I hate saying that because I want to try to look at it from their point of view. So then I started asking, and then, I'm asking around. People were saying, like the Unity Discord server, they said this isn't a server for that. Well, okay, but I just, maybe I'm coming at it the wrong way, but I'm thinking, okay, just because this is a Unity Discord server, there could be somebody in here who understands console developing a little bit. Not saying they have to be developing a game, It's kind of like coding. There's people in the NVIDIA Discord server who have an interest in coding and know about it. Does that mean they're coding anything? And I hate trying to be narrow-minded and stuff like that. So anyways, I met this guy, and he was really cool. And he actually was a quality assurance tester for Microsoft in Seattle. And I was like, dude, you're right up my alley. Now, this guy is not a developer, but he has an interest in developing, clearly, because he was in the developer Discord. And he was helping me out. And anyways, he was a cool guy. We kind of shared some personal information, like about my anxiety. And he told me at one point he was homeless. Really cool dude, man. And he lives in Maryland, so it's East Coast. And so I was like, yeah, man. And oh yeah, I meant to, I neglected to mention that. So when I posted that initial question, or that initial like, hey guys, my name's Tony, I said I would compensate. Now I knew that was gonna not come out wrong. I mean, I knew that was gonna come out wrong, because I knew I was either gonna come out looking like a scam, come out like I'm looking at trying to get money out of people, But the reason I said that was I didn't expect anybody to come out and help me for free. Okay, I don't care who you are. Nobody's gonna sit for free and answer questions for me and actually give me answers that make sense, that I care about. Yeah, people may respond, but they're going to respond with a half-ass answer that doesn't mean anything, or tell me to use Google. So I knew right then when I said that, I was like, all right, well, fuck it. If I get banned from the Discord, screw it. I'll just go somewhere else. But I wanted people to know I was for real. Hey, I'll compensate you a little bit. I'm not going to pay $100, but, I said I will, because I have about, like, 30 questions that I want, like, explained. Anyways, I met this guy, and he was really cool, and he explained a couple things to me, and then he invited me to his Discord, really small Discord. There's only a few people in there, and he explained some stuff. I had some questions when I was doing some research, and he's like, I was like, here you go, man, and thank you. And he's like, man, I could really use a pizza right now, and I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't initially gonna get him a pizza. Because he's from the U.S., I knew it would be easy to get him a gift card, but what really got me is when he told me he was homeless. And he didn't tell me that. He told me that prior to any of this stuff. When I was talking about anxiety and stuff. And I tell you, man, it really felt good to do that. At first, I was like, I don't know, I get stingy sometimes. Even in my community, I get stingy sometimes when I'm about to help somebody. I always feel better afterwards, but it's like I think to myself, it's like, I don't know why I don't think this, but it's like, I'm going to make the money back, And I hate being like that. Because in my heart, I like doing stuff, but I always, like, second guess. But not in a bad way. I just tell myself, should I really be doing this? Almost like in my mind, I'm thinking, could I be finding the same information for free, you know? But then I think to myself, I would be a hypocrite if that's the case, because I love helping people. And so, it just, I don't know, it felt really good, but I don't want to be like that anymore, you know? I don't like being like that. And you know what, this is going to sound really weird, but I see people I work with who go on vacation, and they go away, and they go to like an amusement park, or they go places. And you know, that puts things in perspective, and you're probably thinking, how does that put things in perspective? Well, I'm going to tell you. You know, my life is relegated to work, eat, sleep, video games. Okay? Now, yeah, I have nice things, but I don't really splurge on, like, trips and things like that. So I tell myself, you know what? There's nothing wrong with helping you with your keyboard, or whatever it was that I helped you with. But there's nothing wrong with helping this guy with his, you know, he was hungry for a pizza. And that tugged at my heartstrings, man. Because the only thing I thought about when he told me that is he may have money, but he may not have money right now, but he's hungry. That almost made me teary-eyed, because it's like, this guy just took time out of his day. I don't care if he took 2 minutes out of his day. He saw everybody in that Discord server giving me shit, and he was nice. And I don't mean to get emotional, but God damn it, I got emotional there because I told myself, this guy's hungry. And while he may have the money to buy a pizza, I for one said that I would help. And the crazy thing is, he didn't tell me at any point, I'll help you if you, as long as you get me something. He never said that. Nothing close to that. Which I thought was pretty badass. But even if he did, he has every right to say that. You know, that's okay. You're not going to help somebody for free. Somebody's going to pay you, get you something in return to help. You can acknowledge that. There's nothing wrong with that. My opinion. But I thought to myself, you know what? And one thing that did is when he said that, he's like, man, I could do it. He said, I could go for a pizza right now. I'm really hungry. For another thing I thought about is I thought to myself, there's so many times when sometimes I can be so ungrateful. Like, I've always set up my budget in my spending to where if I want something to eat, I can get it. You know? And I forget that some people work hard and do things, and they may not have that luxury for whatever reason, you know? And I don't know. Sometimes seeing the way other people live and how they live and what decisions they have to make really puts things in perspective for myself. Does that make sense? Oh, I missed see, I'm looking at my screen where the chat box is showing up on screen. And I should be looking at my chat, at the actual chat, because I missed the last message about Made His Weed. Yeah. And I remember, so I didn't know when he was going to order the pizza, so I got him, sent him the gift card through Amazon. Okay. And then later on, I asked him another question. This was like a half hour later, and he didn't respond. And I thought, oh boy. But even if he doesn't talk to me anymore, that's fine. You know, he helped me. And you know what he responded with? He's like, hey man, I'm eating. I'll be back in a little bit. And right when he said that, I thought to myself, Tony, I'm telling this to myself, Tony, calm the fuck down. Dude's fucking hungry. He's eating a pizza. I'm assuming he was eating a pizza that I got the card for him. Maybe I don't know if he bought the pizza. But anyways, he was hungry. And here I am asking a question about an Xbox technology. And I'm thinking to myself, God, I really got to be patient with that. I should have known when he didn't respond. When he didn't respond the first 3 messages I sent because I was just explaining to him. I wasn't saying you're there, but I was just trying to, hey man, and so I don't know. It just kind of really puts it in perspective for me, when I see that something simple like that, when I see that, like you just said, made his week. I get so hung up on my anxiety and my depression and my stress that I forget that it's easy to say it's not that bad, but it's hard to truly like put it in practice. Like when I think to myself, it's not that bad, everything's okay. I say that, but it's like when the rubber hits the road and I'm whatever going through an episode, I don't know what you would call it, but just start getting stressed out. I don't know why I can't think about that, It's like one of the things people used to say to me when I used to get upset and stressed and struggle and just be like, get all out of sorts and lose my cool. Same here. You know what's weird about depression, anxiety is it's usually they go hand in hand. Usually when someone struggles with depression or anxiety, but the crazy thing is they're two totally opposite things. But I think it's like people who have anxiety problems. It's like the bigger the rise, the harder the fall type of deal. So people who have anxiety problems, we get anxious, and because we get so anxious, we're all the way up here. And when the fall happens, that's where the depression is, It's like we don't just fall to the ground, we fall below it. And that's kind of where the depression is. Because it's so weird, they're different things, Because depression is thinking about the past, anxiety is thinking about the future. Someone told me that. And so true, So true. It's just weird how they're opposite, but yet most people who struggle with one struggle with the other. Really? I think. Okay, I'm not gonna try to suggest anything. Not to you. I'm just saying. I was just trying to share my thought, what I think it is. But no, I think sometimes with me personally, I think sometimes my anxiety is so bad I get it confused with depression. Like I'm worried with what's about to come, but it's like I'm worried about the future, like immediately, like next day or week. Not worried that there's going to be a catastrophic event, but just worried I don't know what's going to happen. But then I use my previous experiences to try to help me understand it. And sometimes when it doesn't, I'm using what my previous experiences, which is a form of, looking back. I think that's how I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. Yeah. Like, and you guys probably all know this, like when I stream, when I do anything, when I eat, sometimes for a minute or a second, I'll totally forget about what I'm dealing with, but it never totally goes away. It never goes away. I don't want it to go away. I want to deal with it because I don't want to forget about what I'm dealing with. I want to be able to tame it and control it so that when I go out for a walk, no. Because that's a bigger shock than anything. Go for a walk, forget about all your problems. Oh, what happens when the walk is done? You know what I'm saying? It's like getting shot in the arm and you didn't even see it coming. I want to, I want to take my problems with me. I guess it's no weird analogy, but fold them up nicely, get them organized, as opposed to going somewhere and forgetting that I have that shirt, forgetting that I have that jacket, forgetting that I have that spill, forgetting that I have that broken hard drive. Because eventually, this is so crazy how this is a full circle, but what's in the dark will eventually come into the light. It's weird how that works, but that's the same concept. Like, all those things I'm forgetting about, they don't exist. Nobody knows about. But eventually, it will come back. You know, it will be part of my life, and I don't want it to, you know. And then what is it going to be when I deal with it again? It's going to be it's going to be a problem I have that's unresolved and I have no plan for. No, yeah. My biggest thing is I worry. Like, I don't worry about catastrophic events. Like, I'm not worried about my house blowing up. I'm not worried about losing my job. I'm not worried about getting in car wreck. I'm not worried about stuff like that. Just so you know, my stomach was kind of hurting a little bit. FYI. But, I worry, I think about little things that will mess up my routine and I won't have control over. More importantly, things that happen that will force me to change the way I'm living. Like, for instance, if I'm living somewhere and I sign a lease, for some reason, this is a big thing. It's like, if I live somewhere and I sign a lease, and like here, I love it here, and say when I'm signing my lease, you know, I sign it in February for the upcoming year in August. So like I signed my lease in February, and that extended my lease till next July of 2025. But like, if they told me, well, we're not going to renew lease, we're going to sell the place or something, that would just create all sorts of, even though I have money for a new place, it just would be like, not only do I have to spend the time and effort finding a new place, but I got to spend the time and effort finding a new place that I feel comfortable in. I don't know. Oh, you don't know what the outcome's going to be? Kind of like, I hate the dentist too, man. I really do. I'm getting better. What do you mean? Lack of control of what? Of what he's gonna do, or like, what could be the, like, what could be the necessary procedures you might need? Oh yeah. Physical stuff. I don't think it's. Oh, so you started with like even physical stuff too. I get what you're saying. Me, I think from a physical mind, physical body perspective, I don't think I really care so much about. Usually for me, it's always all mental. You know, all mental and emotional. Like right now, like Maybe it's something. You know, I always wonder, like, everybody who has problems like that, like claustrophobic, I always wonder if everybody who has issues with something like that, I always wonder if there's something happened in their life or just kind of something they just have. You know? I don't think that every single, I don't want to say disorder, but every single fear people have, I don't know if it's based on something they experienced earlier in their life, or some people just have that fear. And I'll say I think it's the latter because, like, for instance, it's called, this is something recent, but I've always kind of been scared of it. It's why I don't play that's why you never see me play underwater games. I have a fear of what's in the water because it's so big. And I guess there's a fear that there's something so big in there. That's why you'll never see me in the water, never see me scuba diving, never see me do any of that. Jump in the ocean. Even playing games that are in the water, it's creepy to me. Because I can't see ahead. It's called something. It's like Thessalobia or something like that. It's TH. THASS or something like that. And that shit, there's a bunch of YouTube videos on it too. You know, they'll be titled, if you have Thessalobia, don't, yeah, Thalassophobia, yep, I think that's exactly what it is. Now, I can watch it if the video's not showing the entire water underneath. Like, if it's just showing a little area, that's fine. But once a camera, I don't know why it would scare the shit out of me, but if the camera is on and it's showing the entire underwater, and then I see something come by that looks like some big Moby Dick whale, no thank you. And I'm not trying to be funny there, but it's not so much anything underwater, it's just I say monsters, but that's why I never play that, yeah. Is that game all underwater, or is it just partially underwater? Is that game, is it a realistic type game? Like, is it realistic, or is it a purely... What... I guess I could watch a trailer of it. What's the basis of it? Like, what are you? Like, are the graphics, like, realistic in terms of, like, when you say realistic 6 to 10, are we talking graphics or things that could actually happen? They had another game like that. Remember that game that came out like a year and a half ago? Where you build a life raft? Oh, okay. So it's definitely more on the animated side in terms of the visual fidelity. It's not like a COD or anything, or like a Ready or Not. More of a games game type of deal. I see what you're saying. Makes you wonder why they never came out with a game that was hyper-realistic underwater. Yeah, that's why I don't like water games. Now, I could play a game like Mario or something underwater, because that's just, that doesn't give you the true depth of water, You can be on the bottom ocean floor and see the top on Mario. And plus, the the sprites or whatever you call those things that are in the water are like jellyfish that don't even look real. And dude, there's this speaking of water, man, you probably seen it. It was off the coast of the Red Sea. This is probably one of the most, I've seen a lot of shit on Facebook and YouTube. Like, I've seen cartels cut people's heads off. You know, I've seen some nasty stuff, man. But one of the most terrifying things that I've ever seen, and you probably know what I'm about to say here. There's a guy who went on a vacation with his dad and I believe his girlfriend. And he goes out in the water. And they're trying to get him to come. I think it's is it Italy? But anyways, this dude gets tore up by a shark. And it's all filmed. And you can hear him screaming. I don't even think I could watch that video again. It didn't give me nightmares or anything, but it was very... like... it's like... it's something that can happen to anybody. Dude, it's crazy. The guy's... he's a foreigner. And when they do the translation of him screaming... oh man, this is... I mean, I don't even need... anybody with a soul, I don't even know, could even explain this without getting some emotion. But he's screaming out, Papa. It's like... and there's one point... whenever I see weird shit, I have a lot of that. I have a problem with that sometimes. But a lot of times I'll look up something, and if I know it's going to be terrifying, I'll turn away or fast forward it. You know? But, he, what did I say? Oh, so why the shark was, after the shark got him, the shark, I don't know if it bit him and then stopped, bit him again, but describing this was to somebody without a soul that probably would laugh. But knowing how the video turns out, it's absolutely terrifying. The shark pulled him down and made his legs go up in the air. And the first thing I thought about is that some of the stuff you see in like a cartoon. You know what I'm saying? That's like one of those things that you never think you'd see for real. You know? And the other thing that made it terrifying is that I don't know how sharks bite or how that works. Knock on wood. But the other thing I don't get is it went for a while. Like, it's not like he screamed and he was done. So I don't know how animals are. I don't know if they eat the prey a lot. I mean, I don't know. I don't think he would eat you alive, but it just prolonged longer than I thought it would. Like, if it just screamed once and didn't say anything, okay, that's still terrifying as hell. But that's not as terrifying as hearing the guy scream. And what makes it even more terrifying, obviously, is when you see it on video. And what makes it even crazier than that is that these people are only like a few hundred feet from him. And I don't think what makes it even worse is that I believe that, don't quote me on it, but I think they were trying to call him in. And, you know, sometimes, you know, when you're so far from people, you can't exactly hear them. And when you're in the water, sometimes it's unclear what people are trying to tell you to do. And so, whenever something like that happens, I think I know why it's terrifying. When something like that is possibly avoidable. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, in any situation when you know something bad ends up happening, but you know that there was a point in time where it was avoidable, meaning that if you just did something that it would be avoided, you know. But I've never been a huge water person, but I'm never gonna go do that. I'm definitely never gonna stick my toes in the water, especially I mean, maybe my toes in the water, but I'm not going under. No more of that stuff, because there was a video here in Florida. I didn't know that sharks actually came up to shore pretty close. Yeah, exactly. Like, I didn't know that. Did you know that? I swear to God, they come up pretty close. Like, if you go in the water and the water's up to your waist or a little higher, there can be sharks swimming around that. See, I was always under the impression growing up that sharks are way out there, you know. And these, if you look, you can look on my YouTube. These are like tiger shark, you know. So no more, none of that stuff. I don't know. When I think of shark, though, I don't understand how, you know, it's almost like sticking a goldfish in a glass and making it live there because it doesn't have a lot of water. You know, I don't know. I would just think that sharks would need a lot of water, you know, not just enough to cover them. So, yeah, no water activities, right? No water activity. You don't like any water activities, do you? Do you? You used to come in the shower when Daddy was showering. You used to be inquisitive. But then Daddy started coming out and putting a bunch of water on you, and what used to happen? You used to run away. Now you don't like the water, right? Well, you do know, they do say, this is true. They do say once a year you need a shower or a bath. Now, for that to happen, I'm going to buy some winter gloves, a winter jacket. I'm going to buy a face mask. I'm going to bundle up and cover every inch of my body. You know why? You don't know why? I think you do. No problem, brother. I always forget time difference. Hey, if I don't see you, I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow because it's like the day before my vacation ends. It's always weird, but always love hanging out with you. Worst case scenario is I'll see you Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm hoping with my vacation that I'll have a different routine when I go back to work, meaning I'll still go to work and do all that, but when I get done with work, it'll be a little bit different, kind of shake it up a little bit. But we'll have some fun, man. Might need your help on a game that I was thinking about trying out, but it's a game I have absolutely zero interest in, but I saw it and I thought, you know what? Why don't I buy a game that I know absolutely nothing about and try it? But it was one of the two games that just came out. It's either going to be this game called Manor Lord, which I don't know if I would like that, but it's this other game that's a cross between Diablo and something else. It's called No Rest for the Wicked. I have not seen anything other than the title, other than the art for the title. What? Real quick before you go, what's Manor Lord about? Is it what's the basis of that? Oh, they said No Rest for the Wicked was a cross between Diablo and Baldur's Gate. And to me, that's just kind of fascinating. I don't know how much of that, but the highlight of an article said that. So, and to me, that sounds like a pretty good-ass game. Simply for the fact that Baldur's Gate's very popular and, you know, Diablo's very popular. So it's kind of like those RTS games that have been around forever, but a little bit better graphics. Is that kind of what it is? Kind of like a Civilization or Age of Empires? Now, see, the only reason you guys, real quick, the only reason you guys have never seen me play any of those games is because I feel like to play those games and actually dive into them, you have to play them for at least 10 hours a week, minimum. But I'm gonna look it up. Have you heard the game No Rest for the Wicked? For some reason, those are the only two games that are getting any publicity. Seems like before March came around, there was always new games coming out. You know, but I don't know, maybe this is a slow period, but it seems like there hasn't been much coming out. But I'll let you go. You want to play some COD? Oh, yeah. I mean, and as somebody like me who says that I play games for the graphic fidelity, I mean, holy fuck, dude. I was playing Zero Sievert with everything maxed out, and I told myself, man, I like this game, but this is the opposite of why I started gaming in the first place. This looks like something that could be played on my colored Game Boy. The only reason I really like it is because it dumbs down Tarkov mechanics. That's why I like the game. So I really, believe it or not, even though my experience hasn't been good, I like Tarkov. But it's just so much game to do. Alright. Enjoy COD. I'll see you next week. I'm excited to go back to work, man. Love you, brother. I don't want you to think, because this vacation I haven't played that much. I did different things, but I know last vacation I played like every day, but... Oh, yeah. But, have a good one, Holmes, and I'll see you in the next one. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but tell your family I said hi. I don't know if your family knows about me, or if you prefer they don't. That's fine. But I thought about that. I was like, do I tell? I don't really say that to anybody, other than the couple that come and see me every now and then, Kyle and Brittany. But I don't know if your family knows anything about me or anything. Or... Oh yeah, you know. I mean. I know, real quick, I say that because I know some people in the community, and I'm not against this, but they don't share nothing about me. Like, they don't know nothing about me, like, which is fine. I'm just a streamer, you know. You're not, you don't gotta go. But I was just curious as if you did that. But hey, have a good one. Enjoy COD. Hey, and thanks so much for participating in the Discord server. I don't want you to think you probably understand it. But if you're in the Discord and I'm not talking much, don't think for a second that I don't care about it. A lot of times I'm just trying to figure stuff out, but I just want you to know I love you guys, man. Like, it means a lot, dude. Like, it means a lot. Trust me, I don't care. I don't care if I don't view the Discord in 2 weeks, but I go in there and I see, like, one message. It means a lot to me, man. Remember, the things that money can't buy mean the most. That's good. All right. Oh, real quick. I know you do art stuff. So the guy who does the, who helped me with the Xbox, he put me in touch with an art, he knows how to do thumbnails and stuff. And I told him I didn't have the project files for my art, for the art that I use for streaming. And he put me in touch with another guy. But when you get time, I was going to introduce you to that guy. The guy who helped me with the Xbox. Because he does thumbnails and stuff. And I know, like, you art people sometimes like to know other people. And when he told me that, the first thing I thought about was you. And so I was going to, when you get time, maybe, talk to him and say, hey, man, here's another art guy, Maybe you guys, I don't know, share ideas. Alright, have a good one. I'm done talking. Peace out, Ben. Love you, baby. No promises. I really enjoyed this. My stomach's kind of hurting, y'all, so I'm going to go use the restroom. come back and we'll get on it. Here. I'm feeling good, man. Alright, y'all. So, here's the deal. I'm going to go use the restroom. For those who don't know, I sometimes have stomach issues. And we're going to hop on and play a little bit. And, yeah, go from there. Feeling pretty good. But, let's... How do I change that? Does anybody know how I change my photo on my profile? Oh, okay, there it is. Alright. Sweet. Alright, y'all. If you're chilling, I'm going to use the restroom and then I'm going to hop into... I'm going to try playing something. I've been feeling good. I know I haven't played as much, but that's okay. Let's... Oh, that's a letter from... Email from Grandma. Alright. So, I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna put on a Twitch channel. I really wish I would have got the Alan Wake remastered version, but someone told me not to get that. And yeah. Cypher PK. So I'm just gonna put on something while I'm doing my thing. Watching Destiny. So yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna use the restroom and then we'll figure something out. Real quick before I go, I'm trying to think if anybody has any ideas, maybe what, I don't know, I kind of want to try something new, but I don't know. nothing really grabs my attention, but I think I just need to play something, you know? Like, play whatever. I always get so indecisive. It's not that I don't want to play anything, it's just that I don't know what to play. I think that's when people talk about I need to be on a schedule. Like, this day I play this game, and I think that will help me with this. Alright, well, I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be right back. If anybody has any suggestions, we'll figure something out.
I have no marathon thoughts because I still don't know what the F it is, really. I've not seen any gameplay. I've not heard of any gameplay. It's also not even my genre. So I got nothing on that. Literally nothing. To be fair, that Luke Smith thing was only on the stream. I don't think it's in the start of the published YouTube video. Could be wrong.
I'll be right back.
Do I bother with solo flawless dungeons and exotic missions anymore? Dungeons? Yes. I do every single dungeon. Exotic missions? And not as much. Just casually throwing in update engine is hilarious. It's tremendous undertaking. I'm done trying to like elaborate on that. Like, yeah, sure, update the engine. Got it. Yeah. You know, I think that comment from Luke is really what started it all. Yeah, I mean, people just, you know, taking what he said and spinning it how they want to spin it. Like, what he said could mean literally anything. It could mean literally anything. I wonder why D2 is having this problem with them always needing to say that they will continue after Final Shape. Final Fantasy 14 and WoW have ended or are ending long sagas, yet we know they're going to keep making content after. I would argue, it's probably not a great argument, but I would argue that like MMO players are a bit more dialed into that kind of stuff. Whereas Destiny players are not. As dialed in, even though they are of similar genre. It's a lot of, it's also probably like a lot of people's first time experience with like something of this scale, like playing a game that goes for this long. Whereas if you're playing WoW, if you're playing Final Fantasy 14, you're probably a bit more dialed into like the internet. Yeah, sorry. Let's get some effing gameplay rolling here. Okay. Let me see if Toes is farming. Dun, 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 dun. Current Hunter fashion? Sure. Not my best work. Not the best thing I've ever done. My pacing back and forth this one though. Yeah, whenever I do like to have little chat moments. I'm sure I know gameplay is not I know tower gameplay is not the most thrilling, but sometimes I just need to like sit down and like actually be able to think instead of onslaught wave 43. My APM is like freaking Maru out here. And someone's like, what do you think about Destiny 3? And I'm just like, little busy? Read the room for a second. So, anyway, let me see. We think of Red Lobster filing for Chapter 11. Oh, really? I don't know. Danielle loves Red Lobster. I'm not the biggest Red Lobster enjoyer, although their biscuits are... I will say, here's what I'm going to say about their biscuits, is we bought, like, the biscuit mix. And, man, that biscuit mix is literally so accurate to, like, the actual restaurant. Like, it is so, like, one-to-one. I was blown away by it. I was like, oh my god, this is actually it. Otherwise, I'm not devastated to hear that Red Lobster is filing for Chapter 11. I didn't really frequent Red Lobster that much in my life. I've probably been definitely less than a dozen times. It wouldn't surprise me if it was half a dozen times. I'm taking a break from Destiny today, playing Dark Souls Remastered. Hey, thanks for keeping us updated, Junie. Best of luck in the gameplay. What fragments am I on? I'm on Starvation, Domineering, Reprisal, and Persistence. Do I see when you add a stream marker in chat or no? I don't. Vada, do you need like mod powers to do what you're doing, or are you good? I just did it above my message forever. No, I don't see it. I didn't see it. There's nothing there. Maybe there's some setting I can turn on. I don't know. Tell me. Yeah, here's what I'll say though about Red Lobster Chapter 11. It's kind of, it feels like a similar like Twinkie situation. Like, go out, buy those boxes of the Cheddar Bay biscuit mix. Just hoard that. That's gonna 4x when they officially file. Yeah, Twinkies did end up coming back, so that might bite you in the ass. Don't go too hard. Don't go too hard. Or maybe just make them yourself. Kind of do like a bake sale. Like you're in the Girl Scouts and you're 9 years old. You just set up shop, do a little Cheddar Bay bake sale. Then you can make even more money. You could charge $5 a biscuit if they officially close down. I think you'd probably have to reverse engineer The formula, though, you'd have to figure out how to do it yourself. That might be tough. Yeah, not financial advice, by the way. Strictly entertainment. Dumbass just used a 5 out of 6 Nox for infusion. You gotta lock that, man. You gotta keep that locked down. No, I need headshot kills. No. Why every enemy has 40 trillion health? I'm dead. Do you know if the Brave weapons will be able to change magazines and such during Final Shape? I'm not sure what the question is. I haven't gotten an shiny today. Not a single one. Answer no. Okay, chat's feeling confident about whatever that question was. No! F me, bro. Can you give us the exact asset splits of my investment portfolio? Percentage-wise, I actually could. I have actually those exact numbers. It's nothing remarkable. Just dump it all on S&P 500 and just let it ride. Maybe a little overseas. Oh my god, I actually have anti-barrier. It's crazy. Oh my god, the random has it too. Yeah, S&P, I mean, past month, S&P kind of down. I'm not going to say bad, but, like, they're down. But we had a really hot start to the year, so it had to come back eventually. Or, you know, it had to retreat a little bit. Why Empire Hunt? Because we're just kind of chilling right now, doing a little bounty prep. Gonna see if I can get a couple more gamers for another Legend Onslaught run. Excuse me? Ah. Thoughts on Whisper? Been trying to use it on a few bosses and it's good, but the flinch is insane, IMO. I know it's really good for Oryx. Like, people are one cycling Oryx with it, so it's good. It's good on some. It's good on bosses, but yeah, you gotta pick your battles. What's up, Dark Strider? Sorry, Striker. I need some rage in the chat. Whoa. Am I going to watch the Fallout show? Not only am I going to watch it, I watched the whole thing already. And it was enjoyable. Where did this guy go? Why am I integrating the foot cam? I'm sorry, I'm not investing in a camera specifically for my foot every once every, let's call it day, for 10 seconds. It's not gonna happen. Oh, I thought it was it. Why Thresh on the Fatebringer? Genuinely curious. This Fatebringer is for my Celestial Nighthawk build, where you're just trying to juice your super as much as humanly possible. For this build, it was whatever I had equipped at the moment. That's it. How long did the cringe-free stream last? About 17 minutes is our record. Precision. Shoe cam? I mean, shoe cam is me just leaning out of the way. Get out of here. Yeah, we did die on wave 2. So that was tough. Boobs cam. That's called my OnlyFans. Are there builds that kinetics actually work? I mean, I use a kinetic for my Celestial Nighthawk.
Sorry, guys. I was on mute. No, so... Nah, you guys didn't miss much. Just watching some gameplay. So what I was going to do is I was going to play a little bit. Or try to see if something piques my interest. Like I said, I'm feeling good. I go back to work in 2 days. Things are going good, man. I really just want to... feel upbeat and be happy. And I feel that. I just want to try to find something that really I want to play. And so, yeah, let's see if we can find something. So I'm gonna, sorry, I'm gonna go through my library and see if there's anything that piques my interest. And if not, just probably work on my video and call it a night. Let's see. What is it? So I'm gonna look through, see if there's anything that piques my interest. I don't know. It's like I want to play. It's hard to explain. Like I'm just so. I'm just really indecisive right now. Sorry guys, just did a little. Man, I hate being like this, man. I'm trying to get calm and stuff, but I just did a little. Can't even see the chat. Just do this. This is just my right monitor. Why is it? Why is the live captions on? Sorry, y'all. I'm just getting a little. God, I hate getting like this, man. I just get really stressed out and. I want to play, but it's hard to explain, man. I just getting really overly anxious. I don't know why I get like this. I'm sorry. I just get really stressed out, and I gotta put water in my face, and I'm sorry. I just get stressed out, y'all. Well, just give me a second. I'm probably just gonna call it a night. Man, I don't know why I get like this, man. I just want to say I'm sorry, y'all. Man, I'm just really having a hard time with my anxiety. Sometimes when I get really flustered, man, I'm just having a hard time with it. I want to play, but I don't know what I want to play. Like I'm so close to just feeling good. Like it's like I'm there. Like I feel upbeat. I feel happy. Like I feel all these things. I'm just kind of like. Like I feel all these things. I'm just very. I don't know how to explain it, man. I'm just trying to feel. I don't know. It's like I feel good. I just wanna play. You know, I wanna. I don't know. Maybe I just need support from people. I don't know, man. I just hope everyone has a good time here, man. Just part of me wants to get back to work. I don't know. I don't know, guys. What do you? I'm sorry. I'm just so overwhelmed, man. Like I feel good. Everything's good. I just want to feel. It's like I don't know, man. I apologize, y'all. I just don't know how to explain it. I feel like almost like I went backwards in my progress in streaming. I feel like I did it okay during my vacation. I just like I'm not. It's hard, man. I think maybe some of the decisions I made in the past is affecting the type of person I am today. I screwed up and I'm sorry. I feel like I feel like I really screwed up. It's like no matter what I do, I'm sorry. Like I love doing this, I really do. I just feel like I fucked up, man. I'm sorry. You know? I hope you guys aren't upset with me. I feel like I'm just so close. All I gotta do is try to grab. How do I want to say it? Just try to like. I don't know. I just get so overwhelmed. Sorry. I apologize, y'all. Just get really anxious and. I'm not in a bad mood. I just get. I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to fall into a bad mood, but I feel like I might be doing that. I hope you guys are okay with that, man. I'm so close to just feeling, I don't know. It's like when I want to play, I just can't stop thinking about other things. You know, it's really hard. I think about so much. don't know what the. I don't know, man. My mind's just overwhelmed right now, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know how to explain it. I'm so close to just. It's like I'm there, man. Like I feel good. I just get so overwhelmed with stuff, and I'm sorry. I don't know, man, if I'll ever get over this, man. I hope you guys aren't upset with me. I guess I'll just talk to you guys later, man. I'm sorry. I'm just feeling down and out. I don't know why. I just can't decide on what to play, and I just get overwhelmed. I hope you guys aren't upset with me. Alright, y'all. I'll see you guys in this one, man. So close, man. I feel good. I don't know how to explain it. Alright, take care, y'all.